Welcome to the Poke Advisors, where we talk all things Pokemon buying, selling, and collecting. What do you got for us today, Merc?
We're going to start off looking at prismatic evolutions. We're going to go, of course, into the wax, but prismatic surprise box compared to the prismatic booster bundle. Yeah, there you go. And if we can, let's look at like the, let's kind of get in on that chart there. 3 months should be solid. So what is it saying? It's up this past three. It's up about 20% last 3 months. So what's the bundle up?
Let me create a separate tab so we can look at them side by side.
Yeah.
So I have a good position.
What?
Sorry, I was going to say I have a good position right now in these bundles, but I have no surprise boxes. So I'm excited to hear you talk about the surprise boxes.
Mm-hmm. I just think from so surprise box has 4 packs and one of the 9 evolutions promos. I don't think the promos in them are like crazy strong, but you just you never know. People go crazy for promos. They're sealed. They're the evolutions. The Umbreon sells for like $10. I mean, so they're not nothing promos by any means. And if you like the 3-month chart, I guess we're up about a similar percentage here. Although we've hit a restock recently here in bundles, so I think that's why we're seeing a dip here in price as supplies kind of getting flooded again. We had Pokemon Center, Target drops. So, and you're seeing them at GameStop. I've seen them at local game stores. I got one at 60 at my local game store. They're always like super well priced. Always MSRP on ETBs and stuff for like Ascended and everything. So, this was like really going parabolic before, but I just think there's some value here in the surprise boxes. They're still compact, they're light, and they're sealed. So, yeah, it's just been one of my value plays.
Yeah, my LCS had them today, 45 a piece, and if you pay in cash, it's tax-free. So I might pick up all 4 of those. I think you're onto something. Market right now is 52.16, so you're getting a small arbitrage just right off the bat because you're not paying tax there. 45 is low too. Like I went to another card shop and they were 50, and I thought about it at 50. So 45 tax free, get all 4 for 180. Really can't go wrong because current market on those is like $208, $209. So yeah, I like that play, and I think I'm gonna go buy those 4 boxes.
And so from one, we're seeing a supply drop of bundles. These boxes, we really haven't seen that outside of Sam's Club, which that almost looked like a little bit more leftover stock paired with like maybe a bundle reprint. Maybe it was a surprise box reprint, but they haven't hit shelves. They haven't hit Walmart online. I don't know if Walmart dropped them, but it seems like their reprints are in the bundles, the tins, and then like the tech stickers right now for Prismatic. Those are the SKUs, which makes these boxes just slightly more rare, which makes them a little more attractive.
Yeah, I've never seen these in store, so and the bundles are becoming a little more abundant for sure. Maybe not at MSRP, but like you said, I saw them at GameStop. Picked up 6 last week, 2 from 2 different stores, and then went back to one of the same stores the next day. The other one was sold out. And then I went to one today. They didn't have them on display, but I asked the person, and like, oh yeah, we do have some more. And they had them in like a drawer they had to unlock. So make sure you ask if you don't see them. Still think if you have pro membership, it's 5% off. So you get them at $56.99 plus tax. And then once a month, you turn me on to this, you get $5 off. I was kind of sleeping on this, just letting months go by on my pro membership. But if you go in there and let's just say buy 1 prismatic booster bundle, you get it at $56.99. And then you also get the $5 off. And I think all in, you'll be at like $52, $53 on this one. And current market's $70. So you're just getting like a almost a $20 spread right off the gate. And these will stop printing next year. But yeah, I have a pretty good position on these. I like your play here. And you just turned me on to a new concept about buying at least 3 of something you want to invest in. So I'm going to get those 4 for my LCS. Do you want to talk about that concept of buying 3 things?
Yeah, it was cool. We just saw a video. I sent it to Pimo, and I was just saying how, this is a good concept to kind of, it's you buy in 3, so you have 1 to buy, or what, 1 to hold, 1 to sell, 1 to trade, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of covers your positions in the skew. You're long it, you're short it, and then you're like, you maintain your position. So no matter what happens, if the market goes either way, you kind of capture a bit of value. And if it all goes up, sure, like you only lost on 1 and you have the other 2 and vice versa. But
yeah,
so
just to give an example of that, I was buying the Blastoise from 151 as it was trending up. It would go to a card show and it was at 100, all for 90. And more often than not, they would take it for 90. Even got one at 85. I think even one at 80. So my average cost ended up being $88 on 6 copies. And I didn't know this concept yet. 2 of them were gradable. 4 of them I knew wouldn't be a 10. So I ended up selling the other 4 to a vendor at a card show, showed him the cards. I was like, all right, these 4 are for sale. He ended up giving me 85% of market. Good deal. I sent the other 2 off to PSA, but I didn't know that concept. And in hindsight, I've watched 151 continue to go up a bit. And if I could have done it over, and hopefully this is a lesson for you guys listening, I would have graded the 2, sold the 2 to the vendor, and then held 2. That way, as I watched 151 continue to rise, I still have an equity stake in raw copies. And then had it gone down a little bit, I could say, all right, at least I sold 2 to that vendor. The other ones are off to PSA. It kind of just like hedges your position a little bit. And yeah, I just really like that law of 3s. So even if you have 6, you could just divide by 2 and just do 2, 2, and 2. So yeah, really cool concept. And thanks for sending that video. Anything else you like right now other than the surprise boxes here?
So we were talking to your boy, made a little buy today, the Lost Origin booster box. I bought 2 of them. He'd only had 2, so I'll have to get another one after our our 3s discussion. But yeah, so I think what market price was 675. I played, or what is it? Is it 720?
It says 729. Is this the
Yeah.
right box?
Yeah, that's right box. And then go to the 3-month chart on it.
Yep,
And then
right here.
go to 6-month then.
Ooh.
So it's down a little on the 6-month, which there was actually decent buy volume too, also at that price. And then this floor kind of got swept here at like 670, 650. And so I got them for about, I think, what was I? About 700. I'll allocate 700 to them each. I paid 700 each for them, sealed. But go look at Fusion Strike.
Booster box?
Yeah, booster box. Little
like 1,000,
stronger
right?
of a set. Gengar leads it compared to Lost Origin has Giratina, but this thing is out of control, and it's only down slightly comparatively to on the 6-month. What is it? If you move
it peaked to just over 1,000, dipped to 850, and now it's back to where it was just about.
Yeah, so basically recovered to its floor. So if we peaked at 800, we should recover there. I felt like 700 was a decent entry point, much cheaper, price point than Fusion Strike here. And I feel like these two kind of compete with each other in the Swish era for like 2-3 set behind evolving. So I just kind of went with the cheaper buy there, and I think a lot of people will kind of see that as well.
Yeah, no, that's solid play, solid price, 700 each.
Yeah.
So you're immediately have about a $60 spread. And Yeah, I like the way it's trending. I
Yeah.
heard there's some kind of anomaly in the market around Christmas time. You would think it would go up because like, oh, I'm gonna buy my brother. I mean, maybe people aren't buying their siblings booster boxes, but definitely
Mhm.
cards and stuff. But market tends to dip around there, and you see it trending back up. So
Yeah. And
nice.
then I mean, it's just a strong set. There's some really good cards in Lost Origin. The Giratina isn't, Gengar is a beast. So the fact Gengar leads Fusion Strike, I think, there's a huge premium there. And there's some evolutions in Fusion Strike. It's a beast of a set. But Lost Origin has some really, really good stuff in it. If you want to pull up like, some top 10 cards or uh and if you just search up top. Oh yeah, true. You can just
Product type cards.
let's go. TCG player is the go.
Sort by high to low.
Mm-hmm.
Giratina V full art.
Mm-hmm. It's a Shinji. It's my boy. We're looking at I mean, the chase card's basically the booster box. So, and then
Mhm.
PSA 10, you're looking at boom. It's a strong looking chart there, right? Where the booster box hasn't quite recovered from that in that 6 month strength. This has almost outperformed the booster box. The single has outperformed the booster box, which we haven't seen that across like all the other sets. It's like the booster box like has really kind of jumped ahead. Although I wonder what the Gengar raw is compared to the Fusion Strike box too. I think it's like 725 or something. It's probably up though.
The Gengar, yeah, it's $700-800 card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cool one too.
Yeah,
But
pretty comparable though.
yeah,
Then let's take a look at what else is in there.
Aerodactyl's cool. You got a couple of Pikachus. You got the VMAX, and then in that V there is awesome
Ooh,
card. You also have a little Gengar full art.
this is pretty rare. You don't see Ash on too many cards. Like
Yeah,
pretty much anything Watsy era, as someone who chases a lot of vintage. You see other
100%.
trainers, you see Misty, you see Brock, but for some reason there's not a lot of Ash.
Yep, 100%. My buddy, who's like Pokemon DGen, shout out my boy Kenny. He said to buy this card, and look at the chart on this freaking. I mean, this thing's going to the moon, like for sure. And like you're saying, and what you just said is what he told me as the reason to buy the card. So it's like people are picking up on this. We need to go buy this card. Buy this one right now.
I like seeing cards with an idea in mind going into a card show because then
Mhm.
when you see a display case, you almost look at it differently. That's how I saw display cases for the last 2 months before 151 popped. Every time I would see a Blastoise priced at like $80 to $90 to 100, I
Yeah.
was just like, I was just shooting offers for 80 to 90%. And more often than not, they were taking them, shaking my
Mhm.
hand. And now I know to look for this card. I've been looking for the Gold Starter Ninja, been
Mhm.
looking for Luffy promos. I know that's a whole different TCG, but
Mhm.
it's nice to have a single card in mind from an investment perspective. And now I know I'm gonna see this card like sprinkled about, and I'm gonna try to pick up a couple, preferably
Mhm.
three.
Yeah. I don't know why I never came back to this and bought it because he's literally never done me wrong. Everything he's ever told me, dude, he was pushing for me to get in during the dark days, like, and but he's an idiot, and uh he would just buy rip and like sell all his hits. Like he sends me some crazy pictures of some of his hits, but yeah, I mean, even go back. So I mean, great Pikachu. This is also fat Pikachu, right?
I'm just trying to calculate the investment return from the high to the low over the last year, 67%. So you don't
Uh-huh.
see that in the stock market. It's crazy.
It's wild. And even raw, this is raw cards we're talking here. Near mint, maybe, but we're talking maybe a little minor flaw. These aren't like PSA cards, dude. These are people truly bullish on just the artwork of it and putting it in their binder and having it in their collection. So Gengar there, Pikachu on the second row, little sleepy Charizard. I love that Pikachu card too.
Which one? Bottom left?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just cute.
It's really cheap too. Or no, sorry, that was a bad price. They were showing
Yeah.
showing probably like a damaged copy price because sometimes they'll just show the lowest listing. Yeah, as low as 19.95. So let's see how much it's up. Yeah, it's up heaps.
Yeah.
$12 up to 32.
I mean, all these singles are like going crazy, and like the booster box was like, I don't know.
Is this an IR or
I forget what they called them. Where's is it ultra rare? They called it ultra rares in Swish era, and then I think IRs became a term in Scarlet and Violet.
But yeah, I like that play for sure. And then you also got Paldean Fates.
Yeah, Paldean Fates.
Booster box, or what'd you get?
Booster bundle display. Just a kind of a tough skew to get into the collection. Didn't feel like it was like overly valued compared to the single boxes. So
what'd you pay on this?
I paid 13, so I paid a little more, but I didn't have to pay tax. So
yeah, I mean my LCS has these at either 135 or 145.
Yeah, I paid
individually.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot, and just what we talk about. There's solid chase cards in here. Yeah, you talked about it before the bubble Mew. Say there's a Giratina in here.
Charizard.
Charizard.
It's kind of a Mew set, really, more than anything, which that's what I like about it. If you want to pull up the top cards of Paldean, but yeah, it's just kind of recovered. It's just I just feel under allocated to this set personally compared to what positions I have in other sets, and I like it. I like the cards in it. Bubble Mew is top 3 card of Scarlet and Violet era. So,
yep.
Like I think Destined Rivals was like pushing Paldean Fates for that second or third, but yeah, you got the Gardevoir.
Oh, the
you
Gardevoir.
Also have these unique,
that's what I meant.
You have these unique little star arts that they are like kind of old school. They've got a nice vintage and they're new. It's just like, it's just interesting. But yeah, I mean, so you could open a whole bundle display, hit the Bubble Mew, and be all right.
What's a PSA 10 go for in this? It's
why is that? No, that's definitely not. Why is that 956?
That's just an overpriced LP card, but down here shows the market price.
Yeah, it's more of like I think it's more like 500, 550 on the. Yeah, it's showing like 500.
But PSA 10's definitely 4 figures plus.
Yeah, I think somebody had like 2K firm I was looking on where I bought from him a lot, and he's usually decently priced, not always, but
let's just look up recent solds.
Yeah, but yeah, it's got this. I like the Gardevoir and the Zard, and it's just got some other cool stuff in it.
Yeah, no, I like those plays. Ooh, look at that. That's definitely up. I know it was in the thousands at one point recently.
Definitely. When I got the Tusk boxes, that's about my only position in it. It was like maybe a $1,500 card. It was like definitely like 500 to 450, and it's definitely just.
Yeah. No, this makes sense to me. You paid 1,300. Your upside, like you can get the Bubble Mew graded at 10 and still make some money, and that doesn't include all the other hits you got. Whereas, like we talk about evolutions, let's look what an evolutions booster box goes for. It's like what?
2,200, 2,500 maybe
Not
on here.
1,900 market. I'm sure you can probably talk someone down to like 1,800, make a deal. But then let's pull up the single cards. Like, I love everything you just said about why you bought those, why you bought those sets. But this set doesn't make sense to me. Oh, it's gonna include prismatic, so I gotta go.
Yeah, you might just put XY in front of evolutions. I was gonna say I hadn't tried the minus on here.
Let me try. Okay, here we go.
Pre-release promo.
Yeah, that's pre-release. Doesn't seem right. It's basically the top cards, like, I think it's like $120, $140.
$124. And that's $550 in a PSA 10.
Yeah, the math just doesn't math on this set for me, but there's definitely opportunities like you talked about. So I don't know, like our friend Joey a couple years ago bought these packs at a great price, ripped all the cards, basically master set it for a really cheap price. But now if you tried to do that today, you're almost guaranteed to lose money. So you just got to be very cognizant of total set value relative to what you're paying for the box. And as long as there's like a spread on what you can hit, that's why we love prismatic. That's why we love some of these other sets, because there are chase cards in those boxes that offer upside, and you can open a phantasmal pack for like $8 secondary market right now and hit almost a near $1,000 Charizard, which in a PSA 10, aren't those going crazy in a PSA 10 right now?
Dude, oh my god, they're going nuts, man. That card is going insane. I think PSA 10's like chilling, but like a tag 10 just did like 16K. A Beckett 10 just did like, I mean, dude, these cards are absolutely popping off. I mean, it's the best, probably the best modern Charizard of like the era, really.
Bruh, this wasn't a $2,200 PSA 10 a month ago.
No, oh my god, dude. This was like maybe 1,500.
There's definitely modern plays to be made. But there's also vintage plays to be made.
That's why people are chasing these packs, man. That's why people are at the stores. That's why it's hot. Every level of the market, there's so many plays. Vintage is hot. People want vintage in their collections. You can go to the store and buy a $5 pack and pull $2,000 PSA 10 cards that are great art. Like, sure, this card's going to tank a little bit. Like, in my opinion, I don't see it sustaining at like 2,200 in the short term. Like, more stuff's going to come out. There's this, like, the set's so young. So we're seeing, like, I mean, Prismatic's been a year old, and we're seeing, like, you know, plenty of supply come out. So they're going to make sure people get their Charizards. But I don't know. It's an awesome card. It's an awesome card. Yeah, dude, the Umbreon's been going.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, the Umbreon's been going absolutely out of control recently.
This was a $4,000 card a month ago.
Yeah, dude, I think I saw it when I was in there. I swear, like 3K, if that. I felt like that might even be high. I wonder what it.
Man.
Yeah.
You don't have this one, right? You have some of the others, or no? You have Evolving Skies. Do you have any prismatic PSA 10s?
I just have the Umbreon V in that 9. That's my only Umbreon.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got that one. I like that one.
It's PSA 9, but it's a sick one. Like, we were talking why we like prismatic evolutions, because the Umbreon is better than the Umbreon, or the Moonbreon. Sumbreon's better than Moonbreon.
Man, you can get these packs for $10.
Sick, bro. That is the best card in Scarlet and Violet era, hands down. No questions asked.
God, can you imagine pulling this?
Dude, I couldn't. So a girl pulled it from my GameStop. It graded a PSA 9, but yeah, she'd be chilling, and she said she picked out. She said, "I want that bundle." She was like 3rd row, 4th up. Dude pulls it out. Went home. She ripped the Umbreon. They were saying she went nuts.
Oh my god.
Like, how cool.
That's sick. I even see a little whitening on the edges and it still doesn't seem to matter. Maybe I need to stop worrying so much about the tiniest little specks.
People are generally the harshest graders of their own cards. You know, some of these, you got to think some of the cards that these graders look at over the course of the day. One, they blend, they look at vintage. It's going to be way, way worse. And people miss one, they miss things. It's generally, to me, centering's most important. You get past that. If you just have like one little thing here or there, if it's not like when you look at the card, then it should be fine. If you look at it after inspecting it like super crazily, okay. But that's probably a 9 at a minimum, which you're taking that 9 to 10 range. You should always be planning for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But
yeah, no, it's definitely a harsh critic of your own cards, that's for sure. And one thing I'll wrap up on here for us is one play we've been looking at is the Gold Star Greninja, but we didn't realize, like, I just sent you one of these and I maybe never would have sent it to you if I knew this. No, I'm just kidding. But it was like one of my cleanest copies, which I still don't know if it would 10. We'll see.
no,
But
I looked at the one you sent me pretty good. It was pretty beat, and the surface was pretty beat, but it's in my binder, boy.
yeah, I think in general, people aren't gonna really, unless they don't know this. I mean, I don't know if this is common knowledge, but it's a $27 card raw. I've never in my life seen a spread like this. And you just really, they must really be tough on grading these.
What's the TCG chart look like on it? It's actually like a hard card to find on there, and it's actually an annoying one sometimes. Because the sealed of it will like kind of throw it out of whack, but I digress. It's such a sick card, dude, isn't it?
It is, and it's just kind of wild how much of a spread there is. How am I gonna find this?
You might have to go to eBay for it and try to do some minuses and get a little chart. You can do a little chart on go to
Oh my god.
yeah.
Swirl.
Let me see if I can't pull something here for us.
Yeah, you pull something up. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of consistent sales. You really think someone's manipulating this many sales?
No, I don't. But there's something to worry about when the market's like super hot is all.
I'm not saying buy at this price. I'm saying hopefully you can grade them, get a 10, and you can literally, if you gem 10 of them, that's 10 Gs, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What would your cost be? I mean, let's just say you went 100%. It would only cost you $270 to pick up the copies. And then grading would be another, what? Couple $100, or maybe it'd be probably more. It'd be
Wait, how many copies?
10 copies. It'd be like another like $300.
Yeah. So
plus shipping.
So what, you get 20 copies at $25. You know, I mean, they're hard to gem, and what's out there is definitely beat, but
right. But let's just say you're in for 550. We'll even add another 50 just to be conservative. And I was calling it 27 a copy, which you could probably, I found one for 18, $600. If you just gem 10% gem rate, you would double your money.
Dude, you would destroy.
So is that the play of the century or something fishy going on here? Did you have something you wanted to pull up or?
No, I was trying to find a decent chart. I couldn't really get eBay to work. It sucks, but I don't know why.
Last month it was less than 1,000, just slightly. It is creeping up, but.
I just think this is one of our we'll say our one of our influences, Pika Pika Papa, really kind of has banged the drum on. That's pretty cool, but it's annoying slab size. He's really banged the card on this bang the drum on this card because Chaos Rising has been coming, and I just see it like making a little Greninja craze. You could also argue for a Shrouded Fable one, and what's the other one that's pretty good? Maybe Hidden Fates, but this one aligns well with the Gold Star boom too that's been happening. So it's kind of like a meeting of both worlds, and it's a little older than Shrouded Fable. So,
has he talked about the PSA 10 price though?
No, he talks more raw usually.
Because this is insane, dude. I think. Do you want to just compile like?
I mean, dude, there's more cards like this than you think. Like the Magikarp, like Paldea Evolved is like 10x. It's a 10x. The Tyranitar is a 10x. It's $60 to $650 PSA 10.
It's still nothing.
This is a little better, I guess. Yeah,
this would be 40 to 50x, man.
Yeah,
pretty unheard of. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we just source out 10 to 20 really, really clean copies and get a submission together?
What do a PSA 9 lookup for me? Let's see if we just cracked PSA 9s. Because like at least we know it's near mint. Okay. You feel me? So you're up a little bit more, but at least that's still like a 10x. And you could, yeah. So if you're paying 60, I mean, that might be the play, dude. Just buy a bunch of PSA 9s, crack them, and try to get them in a 10.
It's worth a shot, man. I think we do it. I think we do it. But that's gonna wrap it up. That's I think the play of the week. Other than I like your booster box plays a ton too. We looked at the card values, compared it to another set we just didn't see the same vision for. There was that vision a couple years ago, but I think it's a little too late, and the card values just don't really line up. But yeah, good stuff. Really like where your head's at. And yeah, I think we should either crack some 9s or just seek out the cleanest raw.
Yeah.
Of these.
Totally.
But all right, make sure you guys like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.
See you next week.